Welcome to the Wednesday Bible study coming from Macedonia Baptist Church of Monroe, North Carolina. Today we're going to talk about the righteousness of God through faith. And it's coming from Romans chapter 3, verses 21 to 31. Starting in verse 21, but now the righteousness of God apart from the law is revealed, being witnessed by the law and the prophets, even the righteousness of God through faith in Jesus Christ, to all and on all who believe. It's very important to see that there in the beginning, right there in verse 22, to all and on all who believe. Belief or faith is the foundation of what we're talking about. For there's no difference, for all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God, being justified freely by his grace through the redemption that is in Christ Jesus, whom God set forth as a propitiation by his blood. In other words, Jesus shed blood, satisfied the wrath of God, and he was satisfied to be able to grant forgiveness. So, whom God set forth as a propitiation by his blood through faith. There's that word again, through faith, to demonstrate his righteousness, because in his forbearance God had passed over the sins that were previously committed. There's those words passed over, and you can't help but think of the Jews' Passover, the first Passover in Egypt, when the death angel came through that night, and every Jewish family who had the blood painted on the doorpost, the death angel passed over them. Verse 26, to demonstrate at the present time his righteousness, that he might be just and the justifier of the one who has faith in Jesus. So just to recap a little bit, going back over this, the righteousness of God apart from the law is revealed. Now, the righteousness of God was revealed in the law, but here is apart from the law, because Paul is addressing a Gentile audience. And of course, it's going to come out in this text that what Jesus did was good for the Gentile as well as the Jew. And talking about the righteousness of God through faith in Jesus Christ. Faith is necessary. Faith is required. We can't go into this realm of God's mercy without faith in God happening. So for us to have this salvation, one must believe that God is God and that he has done all these wonderful things for us. To continue, where is boasting then? It is excluded. By what law? Of works? No, but by the law of faith. Therefore we conclude that a man is justified by faith apart from the deeds of the law. Or is he the God of the Jews only? Is he not also the God of the Gentiles? Yes, of the Gentiles also, since there is one God who will justify the circumcised by faith and the uncircumcised through faith. Do we then make void the law through faith? Certainly not. On the contrary, we establish the law. So there's nothing in this that goes against God's law. God's law was given by God. God's law is good and holy. The key to all this is that Jesus shed blood on the cross of Calvary. That act fulfilled the law. The law was not fulfilled until Jesus shed his blood for mankind. Then the things of the law were fulfilled. Without it, it was just something temporary. People would offer their animals once a year, taking them to the high priest, and that would suffice for 1 year only. Then the next year they had to come back and bring animals again for sacrifice. But once Jesus went to the cross, he did it once and for all. And his shed blood satisfied God's wrath, therefore setting the stage for salvation. And it is a complete salvation, it's an eternal salvation, because it was purchased by God through his Son. So as we continue looking at the book of Hebrews on Sunday mornings, this coming Sunday morning, we're going to start in chapter 11, which is the faith chapter, the roll call of faith. And we will be discussing this subject further, how that we're saved by grace through faith because of the finished work of Jesus Christ. I hope if you don't have a church home, you would consider visiting Macedonia. Our Sunday school is at 9 a.m. and our worship is at 10 a.m. We would be so glad to see you. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.